Crazy times have just gotten a whole lot crazier. RFK Jr.'s family drops a bombshell on him after his endorsement on Donald Trump. Is this family betrayal? Or is it sticking to family values? But before we get more into that, let's watch a clip of Kerry Kennedy explaining why she's removing herself in an interview that she had with CNN.
Kennedy endorsed Donald Trump after suspending his own presidential run. Based on what he said earlier, it appears he's still hopeful that a path to the White House remains possible.
I want everyone to know that I am not terminating my campaign. I am simply suspending it and not ending it. My name will remain on the ballot in most states. I encourage you to vote for me. And if enough of you do vote for me, and neither of the major party candidates win 270 votes, I could conceivably still end up in the White House in a contingent election.
My source tonight is Kerry Kennedy, RFK Jr.'s sister and also a human rights activist. And it's great to have you here tonight. You responded to this earlier. You said that this was a betrayal of your father's legacy. Why do you think so?
Well, I think, if my father were alive today, he would detest almost everything Donald Trump represents. His lying, his selfishness, his rage, his cynicism, his hatred, his racism, his fascist sympathies, his deliberate misinformation about vaccines, his criminal felony convictions, his contempt for the poor and suffering, for ethics, for democracy, and for healing. And his cruel sneering at human rights for suffering people in America and around the world, which is the cause that so moved and motivated my father. So I'm outraged and disgusted by my brother's gaudy and obscene embrace of Donald Trump. I love my brother, but this is an outrage. And I completely disavow and separate and dissociate myself from him on this issue.
And that was coverage from CNN. The Hill wrote about RFK Jr. and his family, which highlighted how Kerry Kennedy, leader of the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Organization, wrote a statement about how RFK Jr., along with her four other siblings, Courtney Kennedy, Chris Kennedy, Roy Kennedy, and Kathleen Kennedy, about their disappointment in their brother for his sudden endorsement on Donald Trump. The Hill also covers the siblings' expressed fear about RFK Jr.'s anti-vaccine stances and his campaign to spread misinformation about COVID-19. In RFK Jr.'s endorsement for Trump, he announced that he would be removing his name in ballots such as Arizona and Pennsylvania, which are swing states, to encourage his voters to vote for Trump instead. However, he would keep his name on ballots that are either Democratic or Republican states. The Kennedy family has regularly ignored RFK Jr.'s independent candidacy since he first launched his presidential campaign, and after he dropped out of the presidential race, many members of the extended Kennedy family, such as Jas Solsberg, the grandson of Robert Kennedy, have spoken out about RFK Jr. The five siblings and other members of the Kennedy family have endorsed Kamala Harris and encouraged voters to make the right decision. RFK Jr. began his campaign by characterizing himself as a sincere third choice for the American people, but through his endorsement of Donald Trump and his half-measured exit from the presidential race, he has shown himself to be what his family has known all along: a career opportunist, more interested in personal advancement than the public good.